Yeah. You see that? More on that coming. Hey everybody, welcome to Coffee and Comments. Here I am, Pat Bulger. It's just me. Still got the glasses. Had to replace the lenses. New ones aren't in yet. Man, that was a costly mistake. Don't do that one. Coffee and Comments is here. I think this is week 6. Bike racing is fully underway. Strada Bianca was yesterday. Paris-Nice started today. Tirreno Adriatico starts next week. How you doing on post and spoilers? Are you sticking to the rule? No cycling spoilers 2021? Hashtag. Stick to it. Live it. Don't be that person. In fact, there's one particular website out there that seems to be filling stuff full of Instagram, not only with results, but with the top 10 in their Instagram photos. You guys aren't going to get a lot of traffic when you're doing that. My advice to you. Hey, Pat Bulger here. We got some recommendations and kind of fun stuff going out for you this week. First and foremost, hope you guys are getting out. Hope everybody's getting out on the bike. I was able to get out for a good 50 miler yesterday with Paul and Jack, and man, the bedhead's good today, isn't it? And, well, I'll let Jack explain his performance later on. I showed you guys at the onset, the Packfiller mugs are in. Just makes that Gemelli coffee taste even better. We've got a Mondrian version here with Packfiller on it. We've got, if you know your retro teams, you know that one, Specific Electronics Company. We got this one. If you're really into the retro, we got that one. That one's pretty badass. How are you for the old school? Got those on the website. Those are going up for $20 a pair. 2 mugs, $20. If you're a member of Packfiller, guess what? $15. Join Club Packfiller. Not a bad call. For the price of $60 for the entire year. That sounds like a lot. But if you think about it, $60, you're going to get a free pair of Gooder sunglasses. Thanks, Gooder. You're going to get a whole bunch of swag, including our fun little hat bags that have been going out just recently, hats and stickers. We've got jersey designs, training jersey designs coming out in the future. I'm not trying not to make this an entire advertisement, but all kinds of fun stuff going out for you. And March and April are the times in which we're going to be doing those specials, so make those are there. Recommendations for this week, you guys. I was thinking about some of the stuff, and some of you guys were commenting on my beer recommendations and things like that, and a lot of you guys are really into the growler scene these days and filling up those things and taking beer home and not having to necessarily be stuck to cans and bottles. But I don't know if you were like me and you're kind of lonely sometimes and you don't have a whole lot of friends. You bring a growler home, you open that bad boy up, and it's flat in about 12 hours. And if you drink an entire growler, it's fat in about 12 hours. So you got to think about ways in which to either go lesser amount, find some friends, or get yourself a container. A proper growler container. That just dripped old beer on me. Gross. This is called a Growler Works growler. It looks kind of steampunky retro, doesn't it? It's got the little tap panel and everything on it. But what Growler Works does really well is this device right here, boys and girls. Within the cap, you notice the dial here. You notice even on the front, it has a pressure gauge. What you do is into the cap itself, you are fitting good old-fashioned CO2 cartridges. Don't use the ones that fill up your tires because that's gross and it's not food grade. Use a food grade CO2 cartridge. You're pressurizing your beer and it is keeping it fresh for as long as your heart desires. Not a bad deal. Check them out. Growler Works website right there. Next thing up is for those of you into the cooking scene and things like that. If you're trying to be like me and lose weight throughout the off season, you're trying to find some good ways in which to fuel yourself and not be stuck going with no flavor and boring. You know, you don't want to eat rice cakes. You just don't want to do that all the time. May I recommend this website, skinnytaste.com. It sounds kind of dorky, but it's a great website. Constant updates on recipes, in fact, entire menu plans. Easy to cook, simple ingredients, nothing that you have to go to all these abstract stores in which to obtain ingredients. Skinnytaste.com, may I recommend heavily. All kinds of great menus and recipes that you can find there. Okay, continuing on. Oh, wow, I guess I'm going to do this. I've got an FU of the week. And I don't know if I can blame these guys outwardly for it. But there's a certain camera company out there that sells action cameras. You probably know of them. I rely heavily upon them for a lot of the things we do for here at Packfiller. And you might have remembered last year in the Packfiller Challenge when Paul Main had my camera on it. It happens to be this very camera right here, 360-degree capabilities. It's got a camera on front, camera on back. Cool concept. If you've seen any of the videos where the camera shifts, where the focus shifts, because I'm able to do that, because I'm able to focus from camera to camera. Great concept. Not cheap. Mounts. My FU of the week are the people who suggest these specific mounts. It is from this very company that makes this very camera I'm holding in my hand. I spent just shy of $500 on this camera I'm holding in my hand. And the mounts have failed me twice now, causing one camera that Paul had on his bike to fall off the bicycle, off into a hayfield, and lost forever. $500 down. Cha-ching! This one fell off yesterday during my ride. Same style of mount, not the same mount, different purchases both times, made for bicycles. I wasn't mountain biking, I wasn't flying all over, I wasn't doing huge drop-ins or anything like that. I was on the road, boys and girls. This camera, $500, fell off the bike. I found it, cool. However, because the lenses stick out so far, even when you put the protective caps on the lenses, which I had, the protective cap broke off when it hit the ground at 30 miles an hour, causing massive scratches in the lens. Now, is this lens replaceable? No, it's not. I've got a front-facing camera for a 360-degree camera, and I can't replace the lens. Now I'm $1,000 down for you doing the math at home. So fuck you to that camera company. If anybody knows any really good action camera companies that sell for a really good price, really quality stuff like that, that I can probably find some better mounts, I would love your suggestions below. Okay? That's a coffee and comments for this week. Stay tuned, you guys. Bike racing is upon us. The Packfiller Podcast has switched to Mondays. We are now Mondays at 6 p.m. Pacific, and you can log on and listen live and participate in the show. And please don't forget, Club Packfiller, you guys. I have to keep selling that because, I'm hand-making these mugs and my hands hurt. Go buy some Gemelli Packfiller coffee. And hit our website up, packfiller.com. You can find all this kind of fun stuff and more. I forgot the song of the week. If you're with me still, song of the week. You ready? Because people were trying last week, they couldn't get it. Neil Sedaka's Laughter in the Rain was last week. This week, you ready? Okay. What I want, you got, might be hard to handle. Like a flame burns a candle. Like a candle feeds the flame. Hey, hey, what I got won't stop. Thoughts and dreams are scattered, but you put them all together. And I can't explain. Oh yeah. Well, you. Free sticker if you get it right.